Wait, don't scroll. What if I told you the reason you're not losing weight isn't your diet, isn't your workouts, it's your sleep? Because today, we're exposing the silent saboteur.
Mom and a wife, oh, lavandaMichelle, a little bit of everything.
Welcome back to the 100-Day Lock-In. And if you're new here, this is day 23 of my 100-day journey. And today, we're talking about something a lot of people overlook until they're already frustrated. And that thing is sleep. Because let's be real for a second. Most of us think weight loss is just about eat less, move more, and yes, that matters. It really does. But listen, if your sleep is off, your body is not even playing the same game as someone who is well rested. It's just not. And that matters more than most people realize. Because when your sleep is inconsistent, you're running on 4 or 5 hours, everything shifts. Your hunger feels louder, your cravings hit harder, and suddenly, the discipline that felt easy yesterday, it feels a whole lot harder today. And it's not because you're lazy, and it's not because you fell off. It's simply because your body is tired. So, if you've ever said, I was doing well all day, and then at night, I lost control, I want you to stay with me, because this is going to make sense. All right, let's talk about what's really going on inside your body. Because this part right here, most people will skip it. You got 2 main hormones running the show when it comes to hunger and fullness. It's Ghrelin and Leptin. Ghrelin is the one that says, hey, we're hungry, go eat. Leptin is the one that says, okay, we're good, you can stop now. Simple. In theory, right? But here's where it gets real. When your sleep is off, that's the whole system. It gets a little out of control. Because when you're not getting enough sleep, your body can increase ghrelin and lower leptin. So now, you got more hunger, less satisfaction. You see the problem? And that's exactly why, after a bad night's sleep, a salad is not about to do it for you. Be honest. You're not pulling grilled chicken and greens. You want sugar, you want carbs, you want something quick. Something that feels like energy. Right now energy. And listen, that is important. It's not because you don't have self-control. It's not because you're off track. Your body is literally telling you, I am tired. Now, this is where it really starts to make sense. Because the tired version of you, she is not just hungrier. She's also a whole lot more impulsive. And I'm not saying this to call you out. I'm saying this because it's real. When you're running on low sleep, your brain is not making the same decisions it would normally. Your self-control drops. Your decision making gets a little shaky. So those cravings, they hit harder. And that I'll be good tomorrow voice, she gets real loud when you're exhausted. So what happens? You wake up feeling motivated. You're like, okay, today is today. You eat pretty well. You're on track, but then mid-afternoon hits, your energy drops, your brain gets foggy, and your patience, pretty much. And now that snack, that takeout, that sweet treat, it's not just a thought anymore. It feels urgent. And this right here, this is big. Because a lot of people think they have a food problem, when in reality, they got a sleep problem. Let's talk about why willpower feels weaker when you're tired. People love to talk about discipline as if it exists in a vacuum. But your self-control is not infinite. It depends on how rested your brain is. When you are sleep deprived, the part of your brain that handles judgment, impulse control, and planning does not work as well. So the thing that feels easy at 8 a.m. can feel much harder at 8 p.m. This is why you can't go from I'm locked in to I don't care anymore in one day. It's not a personality flaw. It is a fatigue problem. And this is where a lot of people get caught in the cycle of blaming themselves. They say things like, I need more discipline. I'm just undisciplined. I keep ruining my progress. But often, what they really need is more rest, not more shame. They actually need more sleep. Now, if you're working out, I need you to really hear this part. Because a lot of people think the magic happens in the workout. It doesn't. You don't get stronger while you're lifting. You don't build muscle in the middle of your walk or your session. That part, that's the stimulus. The real work happens after, during recovery. And a huge part of that recovery is sleep. That's when your body is repairing. That's when your muscles are rebuilding. That's when everything starts to come together. So if you are out here pushing yourself in the gym, but your sleep is off, you might still be making progress, but it's going to fail a lot slower than it should. So think about it like this. Training is the stimulus, sleep is the rebuild. And without the rebuild, everything starts to suffer. Let me be real with you for a second. There was a time where I felt like I was doing everything right. I was working out. I was eating better. I was really trying to stay consistent. But somehow, it still felt harder than it should. It was like every single day was a fight. I was tired all the time. And my cravings, they were out of control. And that scale was barely moving. And I remember sitting there thinking, what's wrong with me? But the truth, nothing was wrong with me. I was just exhausted. And once that really clicked for me, it changed everything. I remember scrolling YouTube University, watching all these videos on how sleep was important to weight loss. And then I read journal after journal, article after article. And I started to realize I just needed support because I wasn't broken. And that shift right there, not blame, but support, was everything. Okay, so what do we actually do about all this? Because I'm not about to tell you to go from chaos to a perfect sleep routine overnight. That's not real life. You don't need to be perfect. You just need better than what you are doing right now. So, start small. Here are 3 things that actually make a difference. First, pick a consistent bedtime. I know life be lifing sometimes, but your body loves rhythm. The more consistent you are when you go to sleep, the easier it is for your body to wind down without a fight. Second, create a digital sunset, meaning stop scrolling right before bed, or at least cut it down. Because all that stimulation, it keeps your brain on when you are trying to turn it off. Give yourself a little space to actually relax. And third, make your room feel like sleep. Cool it down, darken it up, keep it quiet. Nothing fancy. Believe me, it works. But those small shifts, they add up more than you think. Here's what a lot of people get wrong. They treat sleep like it's something you earn after the real work is done. Like, I'll focus on that later, or I just need to stay disciplined first. But no, sleep is the work. If you're trying to change your body, your habits, your health, sleep is not the reward at the end of the day. It's the foundation everything else is built on. And if that foundation is shaky, everything else is going to feel harder than it needs to. Your workout will feel harder. Your cravings will feel louder. Your consistency will feel like a struggle. And that's why this part gets overlooked so much. Because it's not flashy. It's not exciting. It's not something people brag about. But it's powerful. And it can really be a difference between feeling stuck and finally starting to build real momentum. Taking care of your body isn't always about pushing harder. Sometimes it's about resting better. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do for your fat loss journey is to go to bed on time. So tonight, I want you to really ask yourself, am I actually giving my body what it needs to recover? And if the answer is no, that might be the first thing you need to fix. Because you can't out-train a body that's always under-recovered. And you definitely can't out-discipline exhaustion forever. So if this hits you a little bit, drop your average sleep hours in the comments. Be real about it. No judgment. Just awareness. And if you're locked in with me, I'll see you on day 24. We're just getting started.
I'm ready to lock in. I don't want it to take 40 years to do this. I need you, stars. Let's get through the ups and the downs together. I'm locked in. Are you